Well, hey gang, how you doing? It's Jonathan again for Tailhunter International. Time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report, and this is going to cover all of the fishing action for the Tailhunter Sportfishing fleet for this past week of the 31st of March until the 7th of April 2019. Hope wherever you are, you're doing well. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for subscribing. Let's talk a little bit about fishing. Well, hopefully this is going to be the last time I'm giving you a fishing report from a hotel room. After 4 months on the road doing all these great hunting and fishing shows all over the United States, we finally finished our last show and we are hopefully on our way back home to La Paz to get this season underway. So we're going to drop off all of our stuff, unpack the vehicle, pack up all of our other stuff, and get on back down home to La Paz, and let's get this thing cranking because I think we're going to have a pretty spectacular season. Take a look at some of the photos we've got this week in our regular fishing report as well as what we have here in the Mexican Minute video, because there's some great stuff going on. Let me tell you, this is what we call the transitional time. When you hear me talk about transitional time, this is what I'm talking about. You know, it's that springtime, not quite winter, not quite summertime. So we've got cold water fish like yellowtail, pargo, cabria, amberjack, yellowtail, still kind of hanging out, still willing to bite, but they're kind of moving out. But because the warm waters are moving in, especially on the surface temperatures, we're going to start getting some warm water fish as well. Tuna, dorado, wahoo, the billfish. So we've got this great mix. You know, last year during one day, we checked out how many different types of fish we got in one day. One day we got 19 different species last May. Over a week, I got 24 different species. So take a look at some of the fishing pictures we're getting. You're going to see some real crazy mixes, a lot of variety. You know, you may not get a lot of any one particular fish, but you may get two of these, one of these, one of these, three of those. The boat right next to you, completely different catch. The next day you come out to the same spot, again, completely different fish. So that makes for a lot of action, a lot of variety. You've got the cold water fish as well as the warm water fish. So when you're looking at the pictures this week, check it out. We've got some really nice yellowtail still hitting, some big dogtooth snapper, some nice barred pargo. There's some Sierra in the catches, bonito running around. We've got Jack Crevalle. You've got pargo. You've got some regular yellow snapper. Trying to get all these in my brain. But we also had some hits on tuna. There's dorado right in front of the Malecon, just a couple hundred yards right in the bay, in front of where all the hotels and the stores are. If you've been to La Paz, you know what I'm talking about. But right there in shallow water, you know, folks ask all the time, don't we have to go out far to get these fish? No, right now there's dorado right there in the bay because the sargasso weed with the warm water starting to come in. Right in that area also where the whale sharks are swimming, there's dorado swimming around right there. So we're really excited about that. Hopefully this is the start of a really good season. One other thing I want to tell you about, you know, we've been running these trips for about 2 years out to Baja Magdalena and fishing in the mangroves, light tackle stuff. We had some of our guys out there again this week, and boy, they had a really solid time. I think they told me they got 14 to 20 different species. Now we're fishing right up in the mangroves. I mean, it looks like kind of like the Jungle Cruise at Disneyland. These huge mangroves, and you've got all these little inlets and these shallows and these shoals, and 3, 5, 6, 10 feet of water. They got pargo, they got cabria, they got dogtooth snapper, they got spotted bay bass, they got grouper, they got, I can't even remember, they got some snook. So take a look at these photos. They had a real good time. We've got some other folks fishing there next week as well, so we're going to keep you updated on what's going on at Mag Bay. But check out these photos. I think you're going to get real excited as I am about that. But that's going to do it for a really quick Mexican Minute for this week. I'm Jonathan for Tailhunter Sportfishing. God bless, take care of each other, and we'll see you next week.